one tier 5 tower per round. Can we beat this? Now this is something that is inspired by a recent AC with the same name and everything, except for one small thing that makes this thing just go into a whole nother different level. So let me explain to you guys what's happening. We're playing round 60 to 80 and we have $500,000, and the premise is that we can only use one tower to beat each round, and after you've used it you cannot use it again. Now the catch and what's different from the actual challenge that we had is that, and let me just show you guys, if you place a tier 5 tower, because we're playing on chimps mode, you're allowed to sell it, obviously, because that's how the whole thing works. But if we sell it, we get $0 back, and in the original challenge you would get a lot of your money back, plus there's monkey knowledge enabled, so basically you have almost, I wouldn't say infinite money, but you have near infinite money to buy whatever you want. And now, because we're kind of limited, we actually have to plan our towers and what we're buying. So if you actually do the math on this one, if you divide $500,000 by 21 rounds, which is the amount of rounds that we need to play, you only get about 23.8k per round, and that is not a lot of money. So let's get this thing started. The first thing that I wanted to do is I wanted to start this thing with a transforming tonic. Now this is a very special tower. I'm going for a top crossfire because this thing adds spears. There's going to be a lot of small balloons released from this BFB, and my plan for this one is to use all of these small and cheap towers first. They're actually not kind of even doing anything. Like for example, if you take a look at the Alchemist, like what does that thing do? It just, the top path is buffing, the middle path is this, is the ability, and then the bottom path is like the BMA. It's making money. So I feel like we need to keep using these. Let me just sell this thing. We need to keep using these small towers for these easier rounds first, right? So that was round 60, and then 61 we're gonna have zebras. This is actually even gonna test my knowledge of the rounds as well. So I was thinking I wanted to do this one for this round, is the Phoenix ability. I'm gonna be a cheapskate on this one. I'm not even gonna buy a crosspath, although that might be kind of nice, especially maybe something like the bottom crosspath to add a little bit more pierce. But I feel like this might be enough. So let me use the ability. So the wizard was not dealing with the zebras, it looks like, but we're gonna need this Phoenix to basically pop all these mobs. So that's mob number 4. Is it gonna be mob number Oh no, never mind, it ran out. Is this gonna be enough though? I feel like the wizard's gonna defend. Yeah, that wasn't a lot of balloons left over, so that was actually kind of clutch. Okay, let's sell this thing. We're using a lot of magic monkeys to start things off, and actually this next one has, you know what this next one has? It has camo balloons at the end, and it has 45 mobs to normal mobs, plus purple balloons, which we cannot pop with any other magic towers in general. So I think that the Grandmaster, although this is more expensive, isn't it? How expensive is this? This is 20. Oh my god, we're overboard. We're just, it's the third round and we're already overboard with the amount of money that we're allowed. But I think that this is fine. Yeah, okay, that's fine, because we're also making a little bit money from just beating these rounds, but we still need to be very careful. Okay, so 63. Now we can beat 63 in, I feel like, a million ways, but let me just use the cheapest way possible. So that's probably going to be something like, I don't know, can we even try it with this thing? I wanted to try out the 240 Jungler's Bounty, because this is kind of cheap. And these vines are supposed to be doing a lot of damage nowadays, I feel like. But wait, maybe I need to switch this thing to first, actually, because the vines, they need to target the first balloons. But is this even? Yeah, this actually isn't looking even that good. I mean, maybe this isn't looking like we're gonna beat the second wave. We did beat the second wave, but are we gonna beat the third wave? Wait, was that it? Did I just had to switch on the first, it looks like. I don't know, this is gonna be the last one though. If we beat this thing, then we're fine, and we've barely spent any money. And I feel like, yes, look at those vines. Those vines are so good, guys. Okay, round 64, a bunch of Moab class balloons. Like, that's basically it. We have 5 Moabs and 5 normal Moabs, I should say, and 3 45 Moabs incoming. So we just need Moab class damage. And I was thinking maybe we try a Spike Storm, like a 140. Is that gonna be enough? So I feel like when we use the ability is going to beat all the Moabs, but it might lose to the leftovers. So let me just give this thing a shot first, and maybe, you know what, maybe we just kind of let it build up a few spikes or something like that. No, this isn't gonna work. No, this, I already know it's not gonna work because of the small balloons. Yeah, they're gonna leak. We beat the Moais, but the small balloons are just gonna walk out. Okay, so what's the cheapest way to beat this round? I mean, maybe we could do something like this thing, the Comanche defense, which is like 7k plus 2.5. Because these tier 5s are super expensive. I don't want to be buying them, so I feel like this might be a good choice. And there are no camo balloons. I mean, we should kind of be saving these camo towers, honestly. But I feel like the Comanche defense is going to be a good one, so I'm only going to go for 004 because I kind of want to save the money. Let's actually, so when the second, I think when the second Comanche triggers, we need to wipe these small balloons, and then we let the 45 balloons. So I say that, yeah, this is actually doing well. So let's use these guys. We're gonna trigger in the third Comanche now, but I think this is gonna be, yeah, oh my god, this is not even close. Yeah, there we go. So that was a super cheap way to defeat 64, but 65, does this thing have, I think it has a lead balloon, so we have to be careful about that one. It's gonna be 45 leads, I feel like, and then BFBs as well, and then some small balloons. So how do we beat this one? You know what we could do? Maybe we could give it a shot with the Spy Factory, but maybe we use the top cross pad, because this thing is like, what's this thing like it told? It's like 10k or something like that, so maybe we use it like, maybe we actually do it like this. So we can pop the lead balloons. I hope it can do well versus BFBs. Oh my god, it's rainbows. It's even rainbows. I don't think that this thing is going to survive, actually. It's losing to the... Oh my god, it's ceramics as well. I don't know what's happening with these rounds. Wait a minute. It's looking like it's doing a little bit better versus the... versus these bigger balloons, it looks like, because there's a small explosion happening. And we defeated all of these other ones. So let's see how we do versus the Moabs. I mean, honestly, we beat the Moabs. It's just going to be the BFB, so if we can somehow create enough spikes for the BFBs to pop. So here we go, the moment of truth. I hope that we can... I hope that we beat this thing. This is like a super cheap defense, but we're just going to have to hold. And it looks like they're holding, actually. It looks like these guys have small explosions, which do... I say that? No, there we go. So these small explosions in the DPS, I think it recently got like a DPS buff. And that was, it looks like that was enough for this round. That's cool. That's a cool solution for this one. Okay, 66. Now, I'm going to hit start on this one because I actually don't know what's happening on this one. Oh, it's going to be these groups of 2 and then, what, was there going to be like a rush at the end or something like that? So just Moabs, 4 Moabs, and then 45 Moabs. Is that all on this one? Okay, since there are no camo balloons in this round, I think that I'm going to use a non-camo tower, which is just going to be probably something like either the 402 or the 240. So which one is cheaper? I think the 240 is a lot cheaper. Yeah, so the 240 is a lot cheaper, but is it more reliable? I don't know. So we're going to have to micro this thing. I wish I had Striker Jones, honestly. So this is the first ones. I really need these first one. Then we're gonna have to save the ability for the 45 ones, I think, because we have no choice, I think. So let's try and micro it out, and hopefully we don't have to use the ability for these small Moabs. So let's actually walk it back, do damage to these guys first, and then go back here. Pop these guys at the top. There they go. Now pop these guys. Oh, some green balloons. Let's snipe those. Let's go back now. Snipe these guys, and the 45 balloons. No, the 45 balloons are like halfway there, but we do have the ability off cooldown. So as soon as we get rid of these ceramics, I'm switching back and I'm using the ability. So use it now, and hopefully this bombardment is enough. I actually might have... Oh no, I think I should have waited a little bit. Is this fine? Yeah, that's more than enough. That's a great solution for this round. That's so cheap. It's actually amazing. It's like... What was this, like 8k in total, maybe even less than that? Okay, I'm actually gonna go for the Plasma Accelerator, and I'm gonna micro it for this next round. I'm just gonna go for a 410. That should be more than enough. And this faster barrel spin, it adds a lot of DPS, but you know what? We're just gonna have to chill because I don't want to be spending the money on this thing. So now these ceramics are a little bit faster, so I kind of want to pump all these Moabs first, and then we only focus the ceramics. And then these next Moabs are gonna be coming out. Then hopefully we pop the ceramics before they come out. And as I see that, these are regrowth ceramics, so I need to kind of be very careful with these guys now to create a regrow farm. So snipe them immediately. Oh my god, no, please no. Okay, that's probably the last one. Yes, there we go. Okay, so only Moabs left now. I think I want to pump them one by one because the ceramics are faster than the Moabs. So let's kind of take things slowly, take our time, and this should be fine. Yeah, there we go. That is also a very cheap solution. We're way above our target of, actually I should say way below our target of 24k per round. Okay, so Darai has no camo, so I'm gonna use a tower that doesn't have camo, which is gonna be the TAC, and I wanna try and get away with the Super Maelstrom. So can I do that? I wanna have it over here, and here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get the, I think, wait, what's the direction of these guys again? It's gonna be towards the right, it's clockwise, right? So because these mobs are faster, I was thinking I just use the ability now and then it comes off cooldown for the next one, and this should be, yeah, so it's gonna wipe the mobs by itself, and I think I need to use it at least one more time so that we do a little bit more damage onto this thing. Okay, so here it comes. I'm gonna wait just a second and I'm gonna use the ability now, and hopefully this wipes everything. Yeah, there we go. That's amazing. Now this, even though this is a tier 5, this is like super cheap tier 5, so we're doing well actually. Okay, this next one might be the perfect one for a glue, unless there are, I think I'm gonna start with something like this thing, like a 420 glue. We haven't used the glue, have we? No, we haven't. So I think like a 420 glue is gonna be nice because it pops lead balloons. We're gonna have ceramics. The ceramics are gonna get popped as well by this thing, and let's just get rid of these lead balloons, and then if it's only the ceramics, yeah, there we go. I know the attack speed is not the greatest with this thing. So hopefully nothing else comes out, because if there's like a single Moab, we're gonna lose in this one. But no, don't attack the guys on the right. Just do the left side. Oh my god, no way, it's gonna miss too. Yeah, we found it. So this is like a super easy solution for this one. It's like, but it's one of those premium towers, I would say, because the Glaive is kind of, it's not that cheap, but it's kind of a nice tower as well. And I guess the Millipad is very nice, but it doesn't have camo. There were no camo blues on this one, so I'm actually gonna be fine with this one. Yeah, this is the one. So we have camo white regrowths with a lot of rainbows, and this is gonna be like a huge wave. And I feel like this is actually the round in which we use the elite sniper. So let's do it like this. Let's go on first with the elite sniper, and this thing can pop, it can pop camo balloons, it can, and I think just because there's a lot of like these small balloons incoming, as long as there are no Moab class balloons incoming, I think we're going to be fine. So hopefully, and this round is going to make a lot of money actually. And I see that there are only, I think that was just 2 Moabs, but I think this was the perfect choice. I'm actually kind of fine with this one. This is a little bit on the more expensive side, but then what are we using this thing for? I mean, these guys are going to fall off, aren't they? So I think this was actually a good choice. Is it time to pull out the Beast Handler? I think it might be, because this dinosaur is going to probably be able to one-shot these, let me actually move it like this. It's going to one-shot the ceramics, and then it's probably going to eat up, although it doesn't have a lot of attack speed, so we're going to have to, and actually, we're going to have to micro this thing, it seems like a little bit. Oh no, this is actually not turning out to be the tower that I expected it to. I thought it is going to clean house by itself. It seems to be cleaning out the ceramics, kind of. We are going to need one more switch up. And then, oh, are we just waiting out these guys? I mean, we do have the ability, so let me get ready for... Oh, no, I didn't want to do that. I absolutely didn't want to do that. Is this going to be fine still? I wanted to micro it. I wanted to move it a little bit on the side, but... Oh, you know what? This might be... Oh my god, that was clutch. That was actually insane. Good job. Oh my god, I wanted to move it. I know the exact tower that I want to use for this one. And it's the king. I want to use the king on this one. It's going to be the primary expertise. I mean, we need to get rid of the village, and eventually, like, this thing needs to get used. I know it's an expensive tier 5, but you know what? The other towers, the other tier 5s don't do anything, so we're gonna have to use it on a certain round, and I feel like this is a good one. So let's get rid of the village, and let's see what's on 73. Actually, it looks like it's a couple of Moabs incoming, and then this is probably not gonna be it. So it's Moabs, BFBs. Oh no, you know what? I should have probably saved it for this one. Moabs, BFBs, and then a small Moab incoming. And is this gonna be like, is this it for this one? Okay, so a tower that I'm really kind of anxious to get rid of is the NG, because, well, this thing is, I think I'm just gonna do it like this, by the way, a 520. This thing does not have camo detection, and yeah, I think that just because these next rounds, like if you think about, like, for example, 76, I'm not sure if this is going to be able to beat 76 unless we sell the sentries, or maybe, am I going to have to sell a sentry now? Nope, that's fine. Or maybe if you think like around, like for example, 78 with the purples, I don't think he's going to do anything. So it's not like a weak tower, but I just kind of want to get rid of these non-camo having towers kind of early. So let's actually sell this one, and let's... Are we going to be fine? We didn't get the extra peers, but I'm going to sell this one, and there we go. That's round 73. Okay, 74. Oh, no, that's cheating. No, I'm going to sell these guys. So let's actually wait for these guys to leak so that I can hit the button, but we're going to need to sell these guys. That's cheating. I kind of didn't anticipate that, but we have a couple of camo ceramics, it looks like, on this one. Actually, you know what? I think that this might be a time for a 250 ice, because all these other towers, like, I can see them getting used in these next 3 rounds, except for this one. So I hope that this is kind of an easier round, because I feel like if we use it on, like, for example, 76, this is gonna... This is not, it's going to create a regal farm. 77, it might beat 77, and then 79 is not going to be it by itself, and then around 80, I think we're just going to finish off around 80 with another tower. So I think this was a good choice, actually, getting rid of the icicle impale as soon as possible. And it was a camo tower as well, but you know what, we used it on a camo round, so that's completely fine. Okay, so it's round 75, we only have 6 rounds to go and 6 towers left, and those remaining towers are the dart, the bomb, the glue, which is a lot of primaries when you think about it. We have the sub and the buccaneer available, and then the super monkey. Okay, so a couple of these rounds do have, it's not a couple, I think it's actually just one with the camo, I guess the camo ceramic wave that's going to be coming out on 78. So we do have some decent camo detection incoming. This is going to be a huge round, so I feel like I want to use this thing now. I feel like this is going to be enough because we have lead balloons on this round, and it's going to be a bunch of Moab class, but I just kind of want to get rid of this one, honestly. Like, the 250 bomb, it's not going to do anything. Maybe we could have saved something like, I don't know, like the millipad for round 80, but I don't think that we're concerned about it, just because we do have a decent amount of damage and a one shot for these Moab class balloons coming out of all of our other towers. Like, for example, the buccaneer and the sub. So I feel like I just want to kind of get rid of this one. Okay, so taking a look at the cash, we're at 243,000. So it seems to me that we have actually played this thing kind of nicely, it seems, so far. I mean, we have been very disciplined with the towers and that we've been selecting, but we have 5 rounds left to go, and that is the bomb gone. So we have round 76 incoming. We can beat this thing probably with the glue, I would say. Maybe we get the solver or something like that, because this is a non-camo round, so maybe I just go like this, honestly, and this is just gonna melt the entire round, and we just do the easy way out. And there goes the glue, so 4 rounds left over. I think I'm gonna be using the dart on this one. Let's try it like this. Let's use the crossbow master. When I say the dart, I was kind of thinking about the crossbow master this entire time, but there are gonna be a lot of BFBs incoming on this one, so hopefully we can kind of, if we need to micro, I do want to micro it out, but I don't think that that's gonna be necessary. But I do want these guys, I was talking about these BFBs, that I kind of want them to pop slowly, basically. So not pop all at once. Maybe if we can get, because this guy doesn't have enough pierce. Yeah, just like that, exactly like that, because this tower doesn't have enough pierce. Although it's kind of good versus these non-free play rounds, I'm going to be honest. So maybe, you know what, maybe I was scared for nothing. But there we go, that is round 77. So there goes the Dark Monkey, and we have only 3 towers left to go, and only 3 rounds left to go. So round 78 is going to have a bunch of, it's going to have camo balloons basically, and I wanted to use the Buccaneer on this one actually. So let me do it like this. It's going to be the Pirate Lord, which is going to allow us to hook. Actually, you know what, maybe I should have used it on the next one. But this one should be able to deal with this entire round by itself. So let's hook this BFB, and it's only going to be the camo ceramic wave incoming with these purple balloons. Oh yeah, actually this was a good choice because of these purple balloons, because if we had went for the 042 super, it wouldn't have been able to attack. So this was actually a good choice. Yeah, there we go. So round 78, we clean it up with the Buccaneer, and that is 2 towers left, so it's only the sub and the super left. I'm going to use the super for this one. This is going to be a 042. Actually, you know what? We can even afford this thing. Do I want to buy it? What's going to be the way we deal with the ZOMG? With just like a sub, I'm going to buy it. We can actually afford it. We actually saved so much money that we can afford like these super expensive tier 5s, but the money is kind of getting down, I'm going to be honest. And there we go. This is round 79, and that is the last round incoming. So let's sell this thing, and the last tower that I saved was the sub. So let's get the preemptive strike. It's going to do the ability, the passive ability on it, and then as soon as it does it, I'm going to do this. And boom, there we go. We did the 1 tower per round challenge. We can actually take a look at the amount of money that we have. We have $39,000. So if you kind of do a calculation of how much money you get, oh, actually I don't have these numbers on the top of my head, but I feel like this was kind of close actually, because if you take out the money that you make during this, I think that we're about there. I think that we're about at 500,000 with the money that we were allowed. That was a super fun challenge of planning these rounds and all of these things. And maybe you could do something like a, I don't know, like a tier 4 challenge or something like that. Like maybe on these easier rounds and maybe up to round 70 or something like that. That should be really fun. But that's it for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. This was really fun to play out and to kind of plan out in these future rounds. I hope you guys enjoyed it as well, and I will see you all in the next one.